In the near future, America found itself under the oppressive grip of a regime that rose to power through the manipulation of fear, propaganda, and division. The leader, a charismatic figure named Crump, had a vision for a stronger America, one that echoed the darkest chapters of history. His playbook was eerily reminiscent of Hitler's, tapping into the same psychological tactics that had once led to widespread devastation. As Crump took office, he proclaimed that the nation was under threat from enemies within, a term he used to describe anyone who opposed his regime. He branded dissenters as traitors, using media outlets he controlled to spread misinformation and incite paranoia among the populace. Citizens were encouraged to report their neighbors, creating an atmosphere of distrust and fear. Among the citizens was a young journalist who had dedicated his time to uncovering the truth. But as he began to investigate the regime's actions, he uncovered a chilling reality: the systematic targeting of marginalized communities, the erosion of civil liberties, and a growing cult of personality around Crump. His awakening was gradual. He attended rallies where Crump promised a return to greatness, but he noticed the violent rhetoric and the suppression of dissenting voices. It wasn't long before he found himself on the other side of the regime's wrath, his articles branded as fake news and his credibility shattered. As the regime tightened its control, they joined forces with a group of underground activists known as the Liberators. They collected evidence of the regime's abuses, using encrypted communications to evade surveillance. The group met in secret, sharing stories of those who had been silenced and plotting ways to awaken the masses. The turning point came when the Liberators orchestrated a protest at the Capitol, calling for a return to democracy and justice. Thousands joined, inspired by the journalists' bravery and the sacrifices of those who had come before them. The regime responded with violence, deploying security forces to quash the dissent. But instead of stifling the movement, the brutality only fueled the fire of resistance. In a dramatic climax, the journalist exposed the regime's true nature in a live broadcast, revealing the extent of their manipulation and control. His voice echoed across the nation, rallying people from all walks of life to stand against tyranny. It was a moment of reckoning, a reminder of the importance of unity and the fight for freedom. Though the path to liberation was fraught with danger, the Liberators inspired a new generation to rise against oppression. They reminded the world that history often repeats itself, but through courage and determination, the spirit of liberty could never be extinguished. The story concludes with a glimmer of hope, as Americans begin to reclaim their voices, learning from the past to forge a brighter future.